Yeah, I still got I, I still got work stuff on here. This is crazy. But so, oh man, I guess the big trending story. See, you didn't get a chance to take a look at it yet, but so
No, you can. I mean, I can.
so
I can pull it up.
we had another dude go down officers down in Baton Rouge. And of course, it's sparking a lot of, I guess you could say, controversy on the webs because everyone has their own opinion about it. But it is kind of difficult speak, I guess you could say, against what other people are saying, especially when you have a very clear, I guess, visual evidence. But people are always going to try to say, oh well, if he would have just not resisted, he would have still been here. Which I don't know, because I'm like, if I'm being held down by two guys, then you're wondering like, what's the justification of him even hemming me up? I don't know. You have to look at. That's the way you can probably pull up the story actually right now for the people who haven't even got a chance to look at it. But there's actually a video online you can actually take a look at.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now as we speak. So, um, right now, a guy named Alton Sterling shot and killed by the police in Baton Rouge at
Mm-hmm.
2:32. Body camera and dash camera video of the shooting death of Sterling exists, but none of it is clear is nearly as clear as the two bystander videos that have been surfaced since the incident on Tuesday morning. I could actually look at the video. Ooh, I wonder, is this the actual video? That'd be interesting.
I don't know if you the link to the other one that I got a chance to take a look at. So let's see.
Are you seeing it right now?
Yeah, I see it right now.
Wait, whoa.
See, so that one doesn't show up as clear. Hold on, let me find the other one. Um, which one did I look at? Here we go. So I'm gonna send you this link here. Or, here we go. It should come straight to you. There you go. But when you look at the video, you're gonna see the two cops on him, and cop it tells him, "Don't fucking move, or else." Or I'm paraphrasing that. And then all of a sudden he pulls his gun out, and then he yells he's got a gun, and then all you hear is gunshots afterwards. But yeah, that's the top one's gonna be the video. So we'll let that play and let you recollect on it. Oh, that's one of them. There's another one there too.
Ooh.
All right, so there's one on there. If you scroll a little bit further down, there will be another one there as well.
This is the one at the bottom. So, what is this one?
Oh, okay, the one. So you got the one up top. Okay.
It looks like a picture.
There's two videos on here though. Should be. If not, let me find the other one. Yeah.
Are you also seeing the other tabs that I'm opening up?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much I'm sharing my entire screen. Okay.
Can't do that. All right, never mind.
I mean, when I
But
looked at that, I'm like, I mean, what is he like a gangster or something? Like, he just got his
no,
gun just straight up on dude, like yeah,
I
motherfucker.
mean, well, what the thing is that okay, because I already know what they're gonna try to say. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, he was trying to reach for his gun while we were on him." But I'm like, okay, I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not. Now, of course, you see the officer move something from him, but then, of course, witness accounts state no, he didn't have anything on his person, or because there's the guys that are actually sitting there recording. They say no, nothing was taken from him. He didn't have any firearms on him or that. Um, but then of course, when you get on social media, and a lot of people always try to make excuses saying, "Oh, well, if he would have just not resisted, or oh, if he would have just not, if he would have just listened, or if he would have just did." And my question is like, does do those things automatically lead to termination? Like, is it that if I resist arrest, which in some instances is lawful, then does that mean that I automatically get a death sentence? Question that I'm asking. So because it seems like that's what people's alternatives like. Oh well, not the fact that this guy got shot and he wasn't really a physical, life threatening to the officer, but it's the fact that they'll say since he just didn't listen, therefore you can't blame the officer for reacting in this way.
With the officer. Yeah, when I was looking at the video, I didn't necessarily see a weapon that the other guy may have possessed. It doesn't really seem like there was good cause for him to just straight up pull a gun out on homeboy. It almost sort of came out like a power move.
Yeah, and and that's the issue that we're dealing with is that when these things do come up, it's like, oh, not all cops are bad. No, it's not true. You can't say all anything is anything, and you can't use absolutes. But by using that as your scapegoat and or your deflection, you're now stating that the ones that are bad, we're not even gonna call them out. It's almost like you're gonna say, well, in that case, with that, you can't say all black men are criminals or should be treated as such because you just said all cops can't be bad, so all of us can't be criminals. All white folks can't be distrustful. All Mexicans can't be here, can't be illegals. But it's funny because that's why I always say, we're all walking, talking contradictions. We'll always say we'll use absolutes for other groups and other people, but not ourselves. So if it's somebody who calls us out, oh, you can't say that about them, but then me, I say, hey, all women are blank.
I mean,
But
regardless of whether or not, I mean, we're talking about an entire group of people, or not like the police officer. I mean, it just seems pretty straightforward. Like he pulled the gun out, he shot homeboy when he doesn't seem like he needs to. You got footage looking right at you. It's like, well, shit. I mean,
that,
you murdered
but
somebody.
and then of course, when you read the further on in the story, of course, this is just the witness because what was stated was the reason the cops even showed up was the fact he I think they were supposed to be making a run on a call. There was somebody said somebody was threatened with a gun. So what I'm saying, it was him. Even though I think at the time they said the guy was just selling CDs in the parking lot, which okay, that is a crime, but that's more of a federal thing where FBI come in. It's distribution. I mean,
It's not something you need to pull a gun out on a nigga.
no, I'm like, but then again, I say, we're not living in a law we're not living in Judge Dredd era where you're judge, jury, and executioner right there on the spot. And I mean, so Oh man, but the thing is really irritating is when you get other people who speak on it and they then try to make excuses because it's like I view it as we make excuses for the ones that do fucked up shit. Then a lot of these people can get in a position where they feel like, well, shit, I can't do no wrong because people are always gonna have my back. They're gonna always back me in my wrongdoing. So why do I need to do anything different? Why do I need to watch what I'm doing?
Are you putting out a very specific? Are you using a specific example to draw from? You know what we're talking about.
Sure, I can use my situations, but I mean, I've dealt with. Whew, okay, so I mean, the situation can be said kind of like where there's certain people. It's like with children. If you don't correct my child in their wrongdoing, then as they grow older, and I try to correct them, they're gonna be like, "What, you never done it before? Thing wrong before?" Or like you could use that one kid where they tried to say he was suffer from, was it altruism,
Mhm.
because his parents were wealthy, and with his parents being wealthy, they never were able to teach him right from wrong. So therefore, when he did wrong, he didn't know what he was doing, and which they finally got him anyway. But at the time, when he got that sentencing, he had killed like a couple of people while driving drunk at 16. Let's put it specific. So I'm just using that story to kind of draw a parallel. So now if we get in a situation where we have cops have perceived power and they then just power at any time, repercussions for their actions, we create a situation that's dangerous for everyone. See, because you can't now. People just want to focus too much on the black and white aspect. But then, what if they say, okay, well, we tired of picking on black folks. Let's go ahead and move over now. Whole time. So when we do something to them, how dare they say we did something wrong? They didn't say anything in this situation.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
see, it puts you at a loss.
yeah, it got me.
See.
It's got me really thinking about it. Oh, did you happen to read that news about what the FBI director had announced? I think it was yesterday. Was it
Oh,
yesterday
about
night?
how our own number one OG gangster Hillary Clinton not gonna get indicted and she good to go. Hey,
Oh
that's
yeah. I did. Like I was like, I was in the car. Like I woke up late for the work this morning, and I was in the car like this little bitch ass. He gonna get up on stage and go say, well, it's gonna talk about intent. Like, well, you got to find intent or whatever, yada yada yada. And I'm like, and Twitter was just live. It's like, oh, I didn't intend to I didn't intend to rape that girl, but
yeah,
so it
man.
wasn't my fault.
She fell on it. I mean, so my next question would be like, okay, I'll like, how do you measure intent?
That is something that you really don't want to get into. You don't want to get that involved in a
No,
situation
but I'm
like,
like,
apart from like reading people's minds. I mean, that's really hard to prove.
yeah, I'm like, unless she had some kind of document stating, hey, I'm going to hide this on this day. This person's going to do it at this time, so on and so forth. Okay, now we have our intent. But now we're basically putting that on, well, I can't read her mind, so we therefore can't say she had any intentions. What about negligence? Can we go with that?
Yeah, well, he clearly did say he did to paraphrase. He did say that there was some negligence or carelessness
Yeah. Now,
on the part of Hillary.
I'll ask this question: is like, if it were a general, everyday man, everyday woman, whoever, and we do something that in the cause of negligence, carelessness, or whatever, but it did break the law, do we get passes?
No, no,
Okay,
no.
I was wondering. I was making sure.
Yeah, because I was like, that's like some double standard ass shit right there. Like, oh
Hey,
my bad. Like, oh my bad. Hey, I'm sorry, officer. I'm sorry that I was
no,
speeding or I hit that
that's
person and I
that's
killed him. My bad. My bad.
no,
I
that's when
didn't
you
mean to
use
do
that. That's when you use that Dave Chappelle joke. I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do
it.
that. So I mean, next time I get in trouble, I'm gonna see how well that works for me.
Oh shit. Maybe we should start like a hashtag Hillary Clinton did it, or Hillary did it, or Hillary can do
Yay,
it.
OG triple OG. That's what I'm gonna start calling. I'm at to come up. See, I already got one. You got D-Teezy, number one mixtape coming out talking about build that wall. But now I got to figure out what to
Yeah.
give Hillary Clinton. We got to come up with
Oh.
a gangster name for
Wait,
it.
wait,
'Cause
wait. What was it? Was it did we name the album Trump University or was it Build the Wall? Because
no,
I
no.
would love for it to be Trump University.
Trump University, yes, Trump University was the name of the album, but the number one single was "Build That Wall." So I'm telling you, I gotta give my homeboy to make music. We gonna make it happen. We gonna put it out there, and but
You know
oh
what? I'd
man,
probably be down to do it, but man, that's gonna be
hey,
suicide.
screw it. I mean, I look at it like this: we're making a mockery of all the system now. Fuck it, let's just go full in. Might as well. I mean, you got a dude that is the candidate based on beef alone. He's now literally starting to talk about politics to an extent. Now,
Oh, man, this
not
motherfucker wishy
elaborating.
washy.
Exactly. And even then, he's
Yeah,
not elaborating on anything.
his motherfucking
But
bullet points.
so it basically, it's like he's doing a PowerPoint slide. Okay, and this is this and that is that. But you know how you get told you got to do a PowerPoint, but you really don't understand the material, but you're gonna just blaze through it and read it off of
Yeah,
it. That's what it
yeah.
sounds like he's doing.
But it's like that nigga been on vacation for like the past couple weeks, and he walk in and be like, "You got a meet, motherfucker." Like, oh shit. Let me grab my papers. I'm gonna just make it sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Here. Don't ask questions. Peace. I'm out. I did my meeting.
Yep. As we okay. Just read it. Okay. Um we gonna rebuild economy. We gonna make them pay for our services, and we're gonna bring back manufacturing. Donald, how you gonna do that? Hey, God damn! Stop the questioning, sir. Let me
I'm
finish.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how we gonna do it. I'm gonna tax these motherfuckers to the point where they're not gonna want to go back over there overseas no more.
Oh man.
But Mr. Trump, how can you address the fact that you got a tie that's made overseas? Look,
That,
don't worry about all
um, that's when he has to do. I don't know if you remember the movie Half Baked. That's when he gonna take his fake hair and say, "Boo this man, get him out of here."
that. You know what?
Oh,
He's actually been banning these fucking news outlets.
yeah.
So it's like he just go ban you. Like, get that motherfucker out of here. You asking
Hey, get him
questions.
out of here. Before you know it, he's gonna be there with 5 people. Like, oh, y'all still here, huh?
Now do what I say or
Oh
else.
man. But it's like it's so blatant on how they paved the way for Hillary to get into office. And I'm gonna go on a limb now. First iteration, first episode. I'm gonna say Hillary Clinton is the president of opinion. They put Trump there for entertainment value, and it's your fault you took him serious anyway. But
Hey,
it's
I, when the director came out and he announced that, like, I was just hoping that, that was going to say, oh, yeah, she's indicted. And when he did that shit, I was like, oh, man.
I,
Oh, no.
I knew she was gonna get off because even when they brought her to the Supreme Court and she had to, well, I don't even think it was Supreme Court, but when she had to sit in that hearing, couldn't even get anything on her then. And then, of course, when the FBI investigated, of course, this is a presidential candidate. And I'm like, they're not finna hem her up. They're not gonna do that because for her to be the president or Madam President or whatever. So now we give Trump a few more talking points, so he gets to talk about her a little bit more. So we had to create that so Trump can stay a little bit more interesting for the rest of the time. I mean, it's funny, yo. It's really become a mockery, and it's like they're really poking fun at your general public because they like, hey, you allowed this to happen. A celebrity star and a criminal running for president at the same time. So, uh,
And, and like when I think about it, um, a lot of people, when it comes to voting for their candidate, um, they are going to probably go in the direction of Hillary this time around because there's they are seeing her as the lesser of two evils. And my perspective on the situation is that I used to think that way about it, but at the same time, though, before I go to this point, I understand why some people want to keep Trump out of the office, but some of these same people are voting for Trump to be put into office. So I know that I'm looking out for the interest of my company or my country by trying to keep him out of office by probably, and I'm not doing it by the way, but if I were hypothetically to do it to vote for Hillary, I know why I would do it. It's to keep Trump out. But I also, at the same time, understand that I can't just keep on bailing out these other motherfuckers because they decided, oh shit, they want to put in a xenophobic asshole in
yeah.
our house.
I look at it like this: every time people say, "Oh, you got to vote for the lesser of two evils," hey man, evil is evil, regardless of how you look at it. Just because it's lesser doesn't mean it's not as detrimental. So yes, and that's why I always say, it was set up for Hillary to win. A guy who is spewing this rhetoric that could potentially be dangerous for the country as a whole. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you the spin having and the violence him speaking. So imagine what would happen on a larger scale if he was the quote unquote leader of this. Even though I looked at it as, hey, if Trump got in there personally, I know what I kind of know what he's about. If he is really spewing what he really feels, you kind of at least know what to expect from him. So it's easier to combat him. But it's like now with Hillary, she's trying to come off as all empathetic and all these things based on the situations that happened with Benghazi and all these other things. And of course, she's also running on the fact, oh, I'm a female, and because now she's going to get that form of voting. So now she'll get the feminists. She'll also get the people who also vote Democrat, regardless. It's some people who, like we said, just don't want to vote for Trump. So, but then, like I said, it was kind of paved the way for her to win this time around anyway. Because I look at it, I asked the question, it's like, okay, when she lost the first time, why didn't she run again? When last going into Obama's second term, she didn't run on a Democrat against Obama. She kind of just chilled. So maybe Wolf is a situation where they say, hey, look, Hillary, be easy. Just chill these next 4 years. We got you. No, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens.
I mean, when it comes to like Hillary, and before I go here, did you see that video of her slip up whenever she was making an announcement and she was looking at the teleprompter and she took it too
No,
literal.
I didn't get to see that one.
Hang on for a second. I do not actually want to show that video. I want to show this video. There we go. Share.
Wait, I can't. What did she say? Because the sound's not coming through on here.
The sound's not high enough.
Yeah, but I could pull it up here in case it doesn't. What is it? Hillary what?
Where is where is that stupid video? Yeah, why is the
Okay, I
sound?
see it.
Why is that sound coming in that low? Oh, you found it?
I think that's just but I think that's just the video. Let me click on the other one here. she come on, man. What?
And like, when I saw that video, I was like, is she trying to
Mm.
like joke,
She
or
had
because
to.
she's
I'm
terrible
hoping.
at it?
Oh yeah, she's off her jokes. You remember
Oh
that last
man.
time? You remember the last time when she tried to take a joke guy on there? What they said? Oh, I was sorry, I'm late. I was running on CP time. Huh? Huh? Get it? Laugh. Kind of. I remember when she was on the Breakfast Club talking about carries hot sauce in her purse. That was another thing. Is like you ever notice that when voters try to quote unquote get the vote of the black populace, they resort to like okay, so I start dancing and I start doing pop culture references and I talk about my favorite music and it's like not get enough respect for you to just come and come to us genuine, or do you feel this is what you need to do in order to get our attention? It's kind of I remember another person who did it was Ben Carson when he came out with that rap video. Did you see that?
What? No, I did not.
Yes. Oh yes.
Wow.
Ben Carson came out with a rap video when he was running, and hold up, I'm a oh man, hold up. Yeah, Ben Carson rap music video ad. You got it. You can pull it up.
All right, I got it.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I was gonna say, oh,
Hang on
I
a
lost him.
second.
Let's see if that. Hold up, where is it? Where is it? Hangouts. That's not the one I want. Here we go. Inbox. Just in case you can't pull it up.
No, that was my mom when it called me, and
Oh,
I had muted the microphone. So let's see.
oh,
You
that's why
sent
I was
it to
like,
my
yeah, I sent it to your Hangouts.
all my hangouts.
But this was
Ah.
But this was funny when I remember it came out like uh the end part of last year. And when I saw it, I was like, really, Etu, Ben, really? This is what you're gonna do now? So in order to get the black vote, you gotta be able to spit bars, do the latest dances, and eat chicken.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, or play the saxophone. We forgot what's his name did that on Arsenio back in the day.
Yeah,
Uh,
that should sound demeaning.
it
Saxophone.
it it is, but that was when Bill Clinton did it back on Arsenio, and that's when people were like, oh, Bill's the first black president because he plays the sax, he smokes weed, and gets head. And you're like, wait, what? That's the criteria. This
Yeah, that's a pretty terrible bar. Oh my gosh, Ben Carson's rap video campaign. Let me see. Where is?
And somebody Big Carson just launched the greatest struggle rap ad campaign of all time. But that's the Young Turks. Though. I just want to find a full on there.
You know, Chip, I can access my Geico account 24/7. Like, anytime.
We now fast forward
All
to the
right,
end of
hold
this
on.
Geico ad so you can get to your video faster.
Commercial.
Everybody likes smooth jazz.
Too bad we can't get paid for that, huh?
Man, they gotta get their money.
Inspire. Vote. Revive. Vote. Ben Carson 2016. Vote and support Ben Carson for our next president and be awesome.
America became a great nation early on, not because it was flooded with politicians, but because it was flooded with people who understood the value of personal responsibility, hard work, creativity, innovation. And that's what will get us on the right track now. I'm very hopeful that I'm not the only one who's willing to pick up the baton of freedom.
You ain't got no flow.
Free, and we must fight for it every day. Every one of us must fight for it because we're
He's
fighting
not even
for
trying.
our children.
If we want to get America back on track, we got to vote Ben Carson. A matter of fact, go out and vote.
I'm Ben Carson. I approve this message. Paid for by Carson America.
Hey man, what you talking? That's some bars, man.
The tone is just so off.
If he would have stayed on it, man, he could have made the #1 album, hit the charts.
You see, that nigga, all he has, he got a good chorus and nothing else. He is he got good background music. That's
Oh man. But when I first heard that, I was like, wow, this is what it's come to. It's like, man, I don't know, man. It's a crazy world, man. But it all adds up to, okay, Ben dropping bars to try to get votes. Yeah, Hillary talking about she got hot sauce in her purse. Like I said, D-Teezy is just starting rap beefs everywhere. I mean, he destroyed Jeb Bush's career like 50 destroyed Ja Rule. I mean, that's how it was.
and poor Marco Rubio. I mean, you know what? This is actually the first time that I ever got this involved in politics, or it is such an interesting. It's been such an interesting year because, I mean, this dude has virtually no career surrounding politics, and he just abruptly just came in and just kicked all the damn Republicans out.
Basically, that's what happened. This is where I think it is what really allowed him to get as far as he did. If the popular vote means something, the reason is that people feel that since he is not a politician, he will be more on the up and up with them, and him saying what's on his mind, even though it's fucked up, people feel that, oh, well, he gonna say how he feels, so he won't bullshit us when he get in office. It's like, no, that's not true. I was like, people, the president is not or king. Yes, he has to work with other people to get shit done. So if he's now rubbing the people that he has to work with to get things done, do you really think he's gonna be able to get things done? No. The answer to that will be no. And then when he starts attacking groups, like the fact he's telling Mexicans that they only bring over their worst, and that's when we go back.
Some are good though. You gotta throw that in there.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I assume so. You mean you're assuming all across the board? I'm assuming they're all bad, and I'm assuming some are good. So in the end. But
I mean, but still, that almost it comes off as though, like, by default, y'all motherfuckers is just totally bad. So I mean, even if you throw in that I assume some is good, it's like, well, you mean you assume some are good after the fact, or you assume that they're okay people beforehand, and just some of them are maybe like a little few bad people.
Yeah, but it's like when you say things like that, you're now having people thinking like, well, if you're assuming that some are good, I'm gonna assume that all are not. Because if I'm leading with a negative it's one of those things. If I'm leading with something negative about anything or anyone, tract or add in saying, "Oh well, not all," but you're still only going to focus on the bad aspect. I mean, it's one of those things. Like if you tell your boss, "Hey, I didn't finish all of my goals, but I did get you coffee this morning." So, and all he, yeah, but he gonna be like, Eric, come to my office, man.
Yeah, I wonder if I can do that for like, when it comes to my bills on like the very last day when they're gonna disconnect. Like, I got like half my money in, but I'm close. So
They're like, okay, well, yeah. So when you get the other half, contact us. But it's so funny. It's like we have created such a dynamic. We've created a world to where, with very little interaction with those groups, we will believe what someone tells us about them. So just because I always bring that up because it's like, okay, you got to realize that a lot of people's education on other cultures, other social groups, is solely based on what they see and hear off of radio and TV. And of course, most people are only going to listen to what they can relate to on TV and radio anyway. So then if this said entity is portraying and or spewing negative images to you about a certain group, you're then going to assume that that is true, because a lot of people don't know any better. And of course, we don't really live in a day and age, even though it's sad because we live in an age of information, but we don't live in a day and age where people will say, okay, I get what they're saying, but let me find out for myself. Okay, this one particular individual me right, but I can't. He does to the entirety of the group.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like this one person is not necessarily representative of all these people right here. So like, this one motherfucker can't like take down all of us.
And I remember we always get people to say that. They'll say, because I was actually talking to a lady earlier this week, and she brought up things like that, and she was saying, well, what about the ones that do things bad? I was like, well, what about the ones that look like you to do things bad? But I can't say, hey, man, we should do a witch hunt on white males because they've been doing all these mass shootings. You'll look at me like I lost my mind. You be like, we can't do that. That's wrong. Of course it is. But you will be on board if we did it to other groups, like the Muslim groups. All Muslims are responsible for all the bad ones.
But I mean,
that's what we'll tell people.
But I mean, also, what about that black sniper that happened? Like, are you going to take responsibility for that? Like, so
no, I don't know that nigga. First of all, I was like, when we first of all, let's put this in perspective. Everybody across the nation was ultra surprised when they found out that was a black dude. So we got to be honest about that. We weren't ready for that. So yeah. I count him as an outlier. But the thing is that we'll say, okay, we can't do that with them, but we're going to assume that all Muslims are bad and a part of Al Qaeda, or Al Qaeda happen to be Muslim. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. That's not a good generalization. You're based, yes, but it's not a good generalization.
I'm also looking at the. I'm actually about to. I was looking to probably segue back into that video because I wanted to actually see that video and like do commentary on it. Hang on for a second.
All right, pull it up. Because they had another one. They had another one on that page though. If you go scroll, because there was two of them on there.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
You talking about the video with well, hold on, who were we talking about? Hillary, or are we talking about
well, I was looking at that situation. I was looking at that Hillary video already. Now that cop situation is probably trending. at this point.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I say Facebook is lit up with it, and of course you got man. I just stayed out of it because I'm like I hate getting heavy debates based on typing because it's like I can't really convey exactly what I'm trying to say. But
Why does she look familiar?
oh, that one, yeah, I remember that. We actually listened to that one earlier.
Hmm. I was actually gonna look at that other one. Wake up. I have no idea what that's all about, but okay. Uh,
Wake up, what the hell?
yeah, it's some kind of a trailer.
Oh,
Uh,
on video shooting a man they have pinned on the ground. That's almost as bad as the Oscar Grant shooting when they shot the young man in the where was he? They were in a subway station. I think that's the one where the cop said he felt like he thought he pulled his taser, but it turned out he pulled his firearm and shot him in the back, handcuffed on the ground. Oh, hold tight real quick. I gotta get up. Oh, damn, man, I'm out of beers.
yeah, I actually got some damn bears. It's been a while. Uh,
Why? So you had it want to be done?
yeah. Actually, you know what? Just for the hell of it, and this is kind of petty, but let me see something. Baton Rouge. Is it Rose or Rouge? I don't know. Traffic, bitches. Traffic. Traffic is pretty solid right now, except over here.
Are you trying to make a late night trip somewhere?
Oh hell no! I was just seeing if that place was
Well,
like lit up because it was looking like traffic is really bad over here. Is that? I mean, what is the situation? Where did the shooting occur at? Oh, Triple S Food Mart. Let's see. Yep, that's why the traffic's so bad.
why?
That's what the shooting was.
Oh, everybody, want to get over there and see what's up. See, I don't know, man. I understand you gotta take some people you gotta take the black white aspect out of it because it confuses a lot of people. Let's just talk about in general. What does this mean? Or because I remember they had some people they were arguing. They were saying, you'll have one side say, "Why do you want a police state?" and another one will be like, "Why do you want total anarchy?" But anarchy doesn't mean total chaos. It just means no one's in control. So,
Yeah.
but a lot of people associate anarchy with just total other chaos.
I mean, I guess you can perceive it as chaos if there's no structure to it. I mean,
So then, are we going to say
surely.
that we as people need people to be in charge of us?
Oh no, I'm not saying that you need to be people in charge of you. Structure though could actually be a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at this video. Ah, hush, hush.
Oh, C-SPAN. Oh, yeah. She paid him off, man. That's what I'm gonna say.
I sound wonder.
Justified. Bill handed him a blank check. Let's see. Where can let me pull up. Man. Oh, did you hold on? I gotta look. This is something totally off topic. I'm gonna look this up just to make sure that this was true.
What you talking about?
So, I was told today that for some reason, somebody in their right mind decided it was a great idea to make a movie out of the most epic game of all time, next to Pac-Man and Pong. Can you guess what that is?
Tetris.
Yes, yes. I'm at work, and work buddy of mine, we were doing our safety walkthrough today, and he was like, "Oh, guess what?" He was like, "I was like, what?" He was like, "Tetris is getting a movie, not just one, but they're talking about a trilogy." And I'm like, "What's the story in Tetris again?" There isn't one. Okay, I thought I was making sure. What the hell is going on, man? It's like, so, so we're going with the whole battleship strategy. Just make up one as we go. What is the conflict in Tetris?
I mean, are there going to be like human characters in it or something, or like?
I mean, only thing I can think of is a rogue architect that said that's on the verge. I don't know. I can't even think. I'm wondering how is this going to go out. But unfortunately, I told him, watch people go watch it anyway.
Of course.
I mean, when you think, I mean, you look at it, Tetris the movie, you're like, what the fuck? Let me see what the hell is this about. Maybe you're like, man, why did I waste my money on that?
You know what if they cast Adam Sandler in it? Yeah.
Be amazed that it's amazing, but a game solely based on creating lines. The object of the game is to create a straight line across the board so you can get rid of the line and to keep all the blocks from getting up to the top. Maybe to add aliens to it. I was like, fuck it, why not?
I mean, I don't know what. I really don't know what they were doing.
I told him. I told him.
I remember looking at it. I saw it, and I was like,
let me see. Do they have a trailer already? They do. You got to pull up the trailer.
wait. I don't know what number that is. Did you call me from a Dallas number earlier? Nah, never mind. Yes.
Hold on. You have a hold up. Cause this is interesting. Let me go back to where I was at. Dang, for some reason
looking for the trailer.
Oh, I found it. Hold up.
There's like a Tetris official trailer from like 4 years ago.
Is that from 4 years ago? Okay.
Well,
I didn't know if that was.
No. I'm talking about something totally different. Let me look.
Oh, well, yeah, this one's that one was published 2012. Okay, so yeah, that is old. Is there there's one in? Okay, here's June 28th. Okay, here's a new teaser trailer here. I don't know if that's fan made or not, but hold on. So disregard that last one I sent. Man, see, this goes to tell me Hollywood is struggling right now. Because anyone who thought that was a great idea should be fired tomorrow, yesterday.
Well, somebody is gonna watch it. I mean, I can say that much. Somebody's gonna
Oh
pay for
yeah,
that shit.
but you gotta think, somebody always pays for something. Hell, we paid to watch Ninja Turtles made by Michael Bay, knowing what it was going to be. Let me see. So I'm guessing, is it going to be set in Russia? I mean, never mind. That's not a trailer. That's a. They just put Tetris music over an actual movie scene. Never mind. But the next trending topic was the new Ghostbusters movie, and allegedly is getting a lot of flack. And one thing they actually
What?
did was, huh?
Has that movie come out yet?
Not, I don't think it came out yet. I think it's supposed to come out sometime this month, but I don't think it's out yet.
Ghostbusters movie. July
See.
14th. July
Okay.
15th.
So yeah. So allegedly, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, misogynistic comments saying, "Oh, well, it's all female cast. That's why it's gonna suck," and blah blah blah. I'm not even worried about that. I'm not saying just because it's all female cast that it's gonna be bad. But I do also get upset when they always try to promote it as, "Ooh, look, girl power, yay!" And it's like, okay, we cool, understandable, but only thing I told the guy I work with, I was like, if this is a continuation or is it a reboot? If it's a continuation, you need some of the older characters to maybe even pass the reins on, possibly, maybe, so it can at least be one continuous story. Or if we're just totally rebooting the whole thing, then okay, fine, whatever. But what happened was, okay, so they had I can't remember her name, but they had a female YouTuber get on and she gave her comments on why she really doesn't want to see the movie. And even though they keep trying to say, oh, it's supposed to be, I guess what's the word they use? Not diverse cast, but showing women empowered and this and that. And she was like, no, not really. I would have been better if they would have had men and women working together for this. It would have been better. The thing is her comments, even though she stated good points and things like that, her comments weren't really thrown out there. But then James Rolfe, uh, he got on. He said kind of roughly the same things on why he really doesn't want to see it as misogynist. And then they basically using him the face of the negative misogynistic men who are attacking this movie. So it was more of a marketing ploy that they turned it into using him, but they didn't say anything to the woman, which was actually interesting.
Well, I think that was a pretty much a different crowd of people who are attacking that dude. Like, you know, because like, I mean, really, what group of men are really going after women for these issues? Like these particular problems, or I mean, if you can call it a problem if you want. For some people, the problem exists. Some people that don't. But this is mostly driven by some of the women participants in there. Now, there are some men who probably feel the same way, but a huge
Well,
driving force is the women as well.
Well, what they were doing, what happened was Sony was the one that kind of used him to try to show, hey, look, see, it's the men that hate this. But I mean, I look at it like, everyone's gonna have their opinions. We can't always force people to like what we want to like and why they should like it and so on and so forth. For instance, I have a soft spot for a lot of movies that most people will find terrible. I don't expect you to like it as well. And that's that. But I would never be one to sit there and say that a movie is bad just because all male or whatever cast. But and unfortunately, it does work because I mean, if you look at it, if they would have made them all black dudes or black men, women, they would have been a black movie then, and not just a movie. Or all Asian movie then would have been some type of kung fu placed into it at some point. So instead of using proton packs, they're like karate chopping and uppercutting the ghosts to get them put in. But so yeah, there are stereotypes in the movies because I mean I understand that young boys wouldn't want to go see a movie with all women. That's understandable. It's not going to be good, but it's understandable why a 12 to 13-year-old boy is like, I don't want to see that. But the 12 to 13-year-old girl may want to because the people who are in it kind of can reflect her and she can kind of, project her image onto them as well.
I think it's also in part like you really can't really identify with the women. I personally can. Somebody else may. If they want to look, if they want to identify or look like a woman or whatever. But I mean, it's not really a character that I really want to. If I were to go there and I would imagine this world and imagine myself as a character, I mean, they're all a bunch of women. I mean, I can't really imagine myself as any one of them. So it's kind of a narrow audience. But I mean, it's sort of the reverse that happened though with Ghostbusters. Of the past, of where it's an all men cast. So,
which I think when it came with the original,
go ahead.
Which I get that, but when it came with the original Ghostbusters, it was it was during the time where you seen mostly male leads in those in those, and then of course I think a lot of people weren't even Ghostbusters wasn't supposed to be taken serious anyway, but it just grew with a fan base. I don't even think they were supposed to make the second one, but the first one was well received that they decided to make a second one. And then, of course, the third one was in what we call developmental hell. Never got released or they never got worked on. So, but, it's like when you go with the Avengers thing, you're going to have Black Widow is a good character. Scarlet Witch is a good character. Would they be the ones that I picked if I'm playing a video game? Probably not.
Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with the fact that for me, Black Widow, it's like she don't have. I mean, she's a super spy.
She's cool, but she don't have power, so she's the weakest link. It's kind of like Hawkeye, but. Man,
he's nothing next to the Hulk. I mean, but like for the separate. If you would have on their own movie, they would stand. Hell, you got dudes. You got this cat standing next to some dude named Captain America throwing fucking shields like frisbees, knocking people out.
And I got arrows.
Yeah, I got arrows.
Or if I'm black, well, I got a pistola. Oh man. But man, let me go ahead. I guess we'll put a closing on this thing. So I guess we'll try to set up a schedule at some point. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing. Of course, I know this shit was everywhere, off the rails, and no coherent thoughts whatsoever in most cases. But hey, it got started. So next is, do we want to go ahead? Which we could probably talk about that off air, but I don't know. How about? Hell, I could do another one this weekend if you're down for it.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Bye, everybody.
Oh yeah. Deuces, everyone. Yeah.